You have tons of friends online, and no one to call when you're falling apart. You show up to church, you go to work, you sit at the dinner table with your family, you scroll through hundreds of faces every single day, and yet, you've never felt more alone in your entire life. You scroll through hundreds of faces every single day. You sit at the dinner table with your family. You show up, but you're never really there.
You've never felt more alone in your entire life. If that's you ever laid in bed at night wondering if anyone would even notice if you just disappeared, I need you to keep watching.
Because today I'm going to expose 5 dangerous lies about loneliness that have been keeping you stuck, invisible, and disconnected from who you really are. And what I share at the end might be the key to everything. Stay with me.
Lie number 1. Loneliness means you're unlovable. This is the big one. The lie that whispers, if people really knew you, they wouldn't want you. You're too much, you're not enough. Something is fundamentally wrong with you. And so you start to believe that the loneliness you feel is proof. Proof that you're broken. Proof that you're unworthy of connection.
Can I tell you something? That is a lie. Loneliness is not a reflection of your worth. It's not a measure of how lovable you are. Some of the most incredible women I know, women who love deeply, give generously, and show up for everyone else, are also the loneliest.
Loneliness is not a character flaw. It's a human experience. And feeling it does not mean it's wrong with you. It doesn't mean that you've failed or that you are a terrible person. It means that you are human.
Number 2, you can only feel lonely when you're alone, because they think, I have a husband, I have kids, I have coworkers and church friends, I shouldn't feel lonely. So when they do feel lonely, they feel guilty about it. They feel broken.
But here's the truth, you can be married and lonely. You can have a house full of kids and feel completely invisible. You can be surrounded by people at church every Sunday and feel like not a single person actually knows you.
Loneliness isn't about how many people are in the room. It's about whether you feel seen, whether you feel known, whether you can show up as the real you, not the performing. And for a lot of women, that kind of connection feels impossible.
Lie number 3, loneliness is a sign of failure. If I were a better friend, I wouldn't be lonely. If I were more outgoing, I'd have more connections. If I just tried harder, I wouldn't feel this way. Sound familiar? We treat loneliness like it's our fault. Like we failed some social test that everyone else passed. Like there's a secret to connection that we missed.
But loneliness is not a sign that you've failed. It's often a sign that you've been giving so much to being what everyone needs you to be that you've lost touch with who you actually are. That's not failure, that's exhaustion. And it's not your fault. Lie number 4, social media can replace real connection. Let's be honest. We scroll to feel connected. We post to feel seen. We check notifications hoping someone noticed us. But here's what is: we see everyone else's highlight reels. We compare our lonely reality to their curated perfection. We end up feeling more isolated, not less. Social media gives us the illusion of connection without the intimacy of being known. You can have 1,000 followers and still feel like no one in the world understands you.
Because likes are not love and comments are not conversations. And followers are not friends. Real connection requires vulnerability. It requires showing up as the real you, not the filtered version, and that's terrifying. But it's the only thing that actually fills the void.
Lie number 5, and this one breaks my heart. Talking about loneliness is weakness. So many women suffer in silence because they're afraid of what people will think. They're afraid of too much, of burdening someone, of admitting that they're struggling.
Fine. They keep scrolling, and the loneliness grows. Can I tell you something? Talking about how you feel is not weakness. It is one of the bravest things you can do. Vulnerability is not a flaw. It's the doorway to real connection. The women who find their people, they're not the ones who pretend to have it all together. They're the ones who are brave enough to say, I'm struggling. I need someone. I don't want to do this alone. That's not weakness. That's courage. So if loneliness isn't about being unlovable, and it's not about being alone, and it's not about failure or social media or weakness, what is it about? Here's what I've learned both from my own journey and from walking with hundreds of women.
Loneliness is often a symptom of being disconnected from who you really are. When you don't know your identity, when you've forgotten who you were before the world told you who to be, you can stand in a crowd and still feel invisible. When you've spent years being what everyone else needed, what you want.
You weren't made to wander through your days wondering if you matter. You were made with purpose. On purpose. for a purpose. But the thing that holds women back is something that no one talks about. But the resource is free to you today. Get the free guide titled 7 Common Lies Women Believe, description below. Just enter your email and it's yours. It isn't just information. It's where transformation and freedom begins. You don't have to stay stuck in loneliness. You don't have to keep believing the lies. There's a path forward, and it starts with knowing who you really are. I'm cheering for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like this video if it helped you, subscribe if you're new, and share it with a woman who needs to hear this today.
Grab your free guide by Sharri Burggraaf, 7 Common Lies Women Believe.